Hey everyone, so I am here to do a collab video with Gia over at Marriage and Motherhood. Now this is a great channel. I have talked about this channel before. I'm going to leave the link down below for you to go check out her channel, subscribe to her, and also check out her collab video for basically how we save on our monthly grocery expenses. Now for me personally, I shop monthly grocery hauls. Now this is something that is new to me. I've done this about 3 or 4 times and so far I am loving it. So we are both talking about ways that you save time and you save money in the kitchen. Now what I really love about Gia's channel is that she goes to Costco. Now I wish that we had a Costco near us, but unfortunately we don't. The nearest one is about 45 minutes away, and that's just too far for me to drive in order to go to the grocery store. It's totally out of my way. I wish we had one closer because I would go to Costco. Now she is always finding such great deals at Costco, and I see a lot of other videos of hers where she does Costco basically walkthroughs where she goes through Costco and she shows you all the different deals that you can get at Costco, and then she also shows you at the end of her video grocery hauls that of all the items that she gets and all the deals that she finds. I'm going to share with you 3 things that I do in order to save money on my monthly grocery bill. So the first thing I do is buy bulk. Now I wish again that we had a Costco near us, but unfortunately we don't. So when I go to Walmart, which is where I primarily shop, I buy things in bulk there as well. And so since we have a small family, I don't necessarily need 50 pounds of this and 100 pounds of that. I can buy, you know, maybe things in 5-pound increments or 10-pound increments, and Walmart's really great for that. I also purchased Great Value brand, which is their, you know, store brand, and it's a great product. I really love it, and I have been shopping at Walmart long enough to figure out kind of like what they sell as far as the Great Value brand, what works and what doesn't work, and a majority of their stuff works. There's only been a few things I've purchased that don't, so I am not a brand snob when it comes to the grocery store. Second thing that I do is that I have turned into such a fan of leftovers. Now when I say this, I mean that I will either take items from a meal before and use it for dinner, or we will take it for our lunches. So that really cuts down on different meals. We really don't let food go to waste, so I piggyback off of meals. So say for example, if I'm making spaghetti one night, I'll use leftover spaghetti and I'll either have it for lunch the next day, or I'll use it for a side for the following dinner. Like say if we're having you know, chicken or something like that, I'll just reheat the spaghetti and I'll use that as a side. It's worked well for lots of different meals. I'll do tater tot casserole sometimes and we'll have that as a meal, and then maybe the following day or the day after I'll use that as a side. So again, I really try to piggyback meals and I try to make food stretch as long as I possibly can. I hardly throw anything away, and that's another way that I save money in the kitchen. So the third thing I do is that I don't really buy any more junk food. Now a few years ago I would be kind of bad and I would go to the grocery store and buy cookies and ice cream and all that stuff, and I definitely still indulge in treats like that every now and then, but it's not 50% of my groceries. Now most of the time when I go to the grocery store, I try to buy proteins and I try to buy things like sides that we can use for dinners, and I really stay out of the junk food aisle. I don't really buy, again, a lot of prepackaged things anymore. I used to back in the day, but I'm trying to eat a little bit cleaner, and so I don't buy those things, and that definitely cuts down on my grocery bills. If I have a sweet tooth, what I usually wind up doing is I bake something. Now I love baking. I have a KitchenAid mixer that I made that investment a few years back, but this mixer has really, I feel, has paid me back in the sense of not buying so much of those prepackaged treats. So if I do have a sweet tooth and I'm wanting some cookies or brownies or something like that, I go to my mixer, I take the sugar, the flour, and all those things, and I make something like some brownies or some cookies, and that lasts me a lot longer than if I were just to buy something prepackaged. Now, a lot of you have been asking me how I've been liking the monthly grocery hauls, and so far I love it. I'm able to go to the grocery store once a month. I get a majority of my groceries then. I do go in between and get like some fresh milk and produce and things like that, but a majority of my groceries I buy during my monthly grocery haul. I also, it lets me get things in bulk, which I really like, and it helps me to cut down on the junk food, which also saves money. I have a big pantry that I store all of our food in, so I really like that. It's huge. I've never filled it up completely, so it has a lot of room back there for me to kind of stuff things back and store them for the month. I wish I did have a deep freezer, but I don't, unfortunately. But the freezer that I have in my refrigerator, it's large enough that I'm able to store a lot of meat in. And then the rest of the meat I keep in the refrigerator because we usually eat that within, you know, a week or so before it goes bad or needs to be frozen. So I really have been enjoying the monthly grocery hauls and the meal plans. It's been working well for me. I've been saving money and I've been saving time. So I hope you guys like this video. Thanks so much for watching. Again, go check out Marriage and Motherhood. It's a great channel. Definitely go subscribe to her. And she has a lot of other really great content on her channel. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.